At this time, I'm going to ask you to fasten your seatbelts.
This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor. Nothing here is financial advice or a recommendation to buy or sell securities. Trading involves risk. Consult with a licensed financial advisor or tax professional before making decisions. Thank you for watching, and most importantly, thank you for your support.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am your humble host, Bear Tamer, and I'm not live and direct, but I am here with a potential rocket video. As you know, every weekend I'm combing through the market, combing through stocks, looking for potential opportunities that no one may see in the moment, or at least not many people. So with all of that being said, guys, let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna get right into it, and this is for ticker KAVL. Okay, again, the ticker is KAVL. And I'm going to share with you guys what I love about this thing all the way. But before, nope, we're going to get right into it. I see it here. All right, perfect. So I have a few notes here. I am looking at the daily chart. Let me just kind of zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a little bit more clearer than this. And I'm going to tell you what's the first thing that attracted me to this play and what we need for this thing to really take off. And it's so funny that the timing just seems just right that I found this in time. So I'm going to share what I mean by that. So with KAVL, my apologies, let me pull up my notes here. I should be able to pull up my notes here somewhere as well, but I'll figure that out for next time. So, okay, KAVL, loaded squeeze setup, okay? And this one, guys, I want you to watch very closely. I want you to add this to your watch list, all right? And watch for a potential setup, okay? This one is quietly setting up, and most traders are missing the bigger picture, right? And this is what I see, all right? What drew me to this was it has a 74.8% short interest, which is extremely high, guys. 22 days to cover. All right. That means shorts are deeply trapped. What that means, 22 days to cover, guys, that DTC number, it would take them 22 days based on the average volume in order for them to close out those positions. Okay. Which means a possible multi-day runner as well. Okay. And then they have over 20 million shares short right now, which is massive fuel if this thing wants to take off. And this is why I have it on the daily, because, you know, I like to look at the volume on a daily basis. Here for the average 3 month, it shows 972,000 shares overall for the last 3 months, give or take, right? On average. So when you say there's 20 plus million shares shorted, if this thing gets squeezed, guys, we're looking at great potential upside. Okay. So on paper, guys, honestly, this is a top tier squeeze candidate just for those metrics on its own. There we go. No, what is this thing doing? Huh, this is annoying. My apologies, guys. My notes are acting funny. But now here's the reality of it. And these are the missing ingredients I feel it needs for the squeeze. Right now, its cost to borrow is 0.7%. And its utilization percentage is only at 50, meaning, you know, how many shares they have available. They've used 50% of those shares. Okay, so shorts are not under pressure yet. Okay, this is a crowded short, but not a force squeezed yet. Okay, guys. And the reason why I put the emphasis on the yet is because we're going to need some things, guys. And the things that we're going to need to really make this thing move, and let me pull it up here. What we're really going to need, guys, is volume, obviously. And how do we get volume into our plays, guys? Catalysts, right? And we need a catalyst that's going to bring new traders in here, bring attention towards this company, that's going to bring in that volume that's going to start applying pressure to shorts, right? So when that volume starts coming in and that price gets higher and higher, obviously the more money they lose, but also at the same time, guys, that cost to borrow is going to increase because shorts are going to feel the need to add to their positions to try to hold the pressure under control, hold it down. But if that volume continues to press up, guys, that cost to borrow is going to increase. Again, that utilization at 50% currently is going to increase even further. The other thing that I love about this, guys, is that the float for this company is at 44 million. Okay, so not a huge float. It's not the smallest float. Obviously, we like a small float, but 44 million, that is more than sufficient enough for a squeeze. Okay. And with that being said, guys, we do, and this is why I said the timing of me finding this is kind of funny. Today is March 22nd. So I said, okay, we need a catalyst. Does the company have anything cooking? What are they working on? And what I've discovered is that they are going to be presenting new Ecterly data at the 2026 Global Leadership Conference. And that is going to be in Madrid, Spain from March 26th to the 29th. However, they will be specifically be presenting the poster session on Friday, March 27th, and then the oral presentation on Saturday, March 28th. Okay, so that's going to bring a lot of attention to the company. Depending on what they present, guys, that can be a huge catalyst, a huge boost. But guess what, guys? There's something else as well. They also have their earnings coming out March 25th. So to me, technically, that splits as two different catalysts. Okay, so they're going to give us their earnings on Friday, the 25th, and then we have I'm sorry, not Friday, but we have their earnings on the 25th on Wednesday, and then on Friday, March 27th, they will be presenting. Okay, so I'm not sure when they'll be releasing the catalyst to discuss, to show the stats, the results, and all of that stuff. Hopefully, they do it on Wednesday during their conference call. But if not, we have that to look forward to. So I would say this is a week right now. We're coming in. Today is Sunday, March 22nd. Definitely going to want to keep your eyes on this. The other thing, too, is when you look at the daily chart here, right? My EMA 50 is the purple line. My moving average 200 is the yellow line down here. What I love about it, and now keep in mind, guys, this already made a strong move here. Okay, so if you go back here to November, it was at 1041, made a nice strong push up here to the 14s, pulled back, then made another move up to 16, in the 17 area, pulled back again, and then ripped to 19. Now, the thing that I love about all of this is at this given point here, as you can see, my purple line is now crossing that yellow line, right? So my 50-day EMA is moving above my 200 moving average. Golden cross, guys, all right? That's bullish. We like that. The other thing here, the blue line here that you see is my EMA 9. Orange line is my EMA 20. Okay, that's been above that for quite some time, for above this entire move. In fact, for a majority of this move on the daily chart here as we look at it. But all of this screams bullish, guys. MACD looks good, RSI, all that good stuff. Obviously, there are going to be pullbacks. Made a strong move to 19, pulled back here around that 1420 area, which I'll just draw a quick line here. So we just have that for visual representation so we can see where we're looking at. Okay. Well, not 1425, but sorry, guys. I like to get it like perfect. I keep messing it up. All right. We'll just leave it on 1422 for now. But okay, so it found support here. As you see, it keeps bouncing off of those levels as the days go by, right? And then it starts to make another move up, okay? So it does go back up to 1870, quite not here at the 19, which is going to be resistance here. We'll just put that there for resistance levels. So almost got there, didn't quite make it, guys, and had a pullback to the downside. But again, coming back down here to these areas of 1422, it didn't quite do that. It stopped at about 1509, and then it has now made a move to the upside. Okay, now the thing that I really love about this is that I also see here that the MACD, although it was crossing underneath, I see it here starting to curl to the upside. You see that RSI is curling up. This is like a Nike check sign right here. This is just a check sign coming back to the upside. Okay, and it's hovering around that 17 to 1650, give or take. That was the range of Friday. Okay, so 1627 to 721. I believe in after hours it closed at 1734. I wonder what the let me quickly look at what the overnight is while I'm here. Still at 1734. Okay, so it's still at that same price. So what I'll be looking for, guys, is I'm going to be looking for it to hold that 16 range. Okay, definitely don't want it to break below that 1627. Okay, which is a sort of a dollar difference from where it is right now in terms of after hours. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be looking for. But what I like about it, guys, is you can see my EMA 9, it was coming down, right? But then it started curling back up. And as you can see, the EMA 20 is also curling. So again, my EMA 9 is still above the 20. It's still moving. Now it's back above the 50-day EMA, as you can see here, purple line. And of course, that purple line is way above the moving average of 200 days. So to me, guys, this is still a bullish move here. Even if I took it to, let's say, you know, if I was day trading and I wanted to go to the 5-minute chart, guys, look at the move in the last 2 days. Okay, had that 1415. See where that support is. I have it at 1420, but you know, it did dip down a little bit on the wick, but then obviously bounce right back up, guys. And same thing you can see on the chart here, the 50-day EMA crossing above, okay, above VWAP, EMA 9 above the 20. And for the most part, it's doing that. This was Thursday's session. Then you have after hours, pre-market, and then you come into Friday session, makes a strong move, pulls down, and then obviously comes back up to test this high here. Again, in that 1723 area. Okay. Matter of fact, let me just get a little line there as well. So that way I know where resistance and support is on multiple time frames. So again, it tried to break through here, couldn't do it, but it did get it done in after hours where it quickly wicked up, came back down again, guys. And again, I'll put a support line here and here as well, guys. And the reason why I'm drawing these lines, because I know there are some traders, our peers, that don't know how to identify support and resistance, or even if they do, it's hard for them to keep track of it. So this is my way of kind of showing you, hey, you can just easily draw some lines here to see where support was found, resistance, broke through resistance, couldn't quite break through this one, came back down here to test this support area. This became new support, pulled up, did break through resistance, but did not hold above, came back down here to test previous support at these levels, and it held, and now it broke above. So volume was really light. That's how you see these small candles, these little specks here, but it did break back up above 719. So we want to see that hold for the most part. Okay, so this is the 5-minute chart. It looks good there. 1-minute chart, guys, is pretty much going to look the same when we look at it, guys. Again, for me, what I do like about it right now is that, again, it's above all EMAs. It's looking good on the daily. The daily is the trend, guys. You know, that's where the stock is moving right now, and it is looking to move to the upside. So again, we have those 2 nice catalysts coming up. I know now my chart looks crazy with all these lines, but again, based on different time frames. But again, this is why I think this is a potential rocket, guys. If they have a really strong earnings, that can start to bring in that pressure, that volume where people will start buying. And believe me, guys, as that cost to borrow starts to increase, I would like to see it right now. It's at 0.7%. I'd like to at least see it get to 20%. And of course, the utilization right now, they're utilizing 50% of the shares available. I want to see that climb towards 80 to 90%. And that's really what's going to put the pressure there. And again, nothing against shorts, but I am a bull for shorts. Bulls, same message goes. We just have to know when to get out of the way. And if everything goes the way that I'm describing, guys, if it works out, the shorts are going to be in trouble. Okay, so know when to get out of the way. All right, don't be too stubborn. Potential upside for this move, guys, what I really want to see is a break of 19. Okay, that's what I want to see. That's going to be, for me, the best type of confirmation. Obviously, I do want it to hold in this 17 area. Don't want to go back to the 16s. But if we can hold above 17, 19, guys, and make a move towards 19, claim that in a hold, we're in a really good position. All right. So with all of that said, guys, that is for ticker KAVL. I'm sorry, KALV. KALV. All right. And with that being said, guys, before I go, I want to give you guys a reminder. Today is Sunday, March 22nd. Obviously, tomorrow is Monday, which is going to be our free trade Monday, guys. Please tap in. Monday is a free 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., guys. Alerts by me. I will be on the stream giving you guys education, due diligence. We'll be taking some trades. Well, I'll be. And obviously, if you want to follow, you are doing so at your own risk. Okay. And again, for our less experienced traders, guys, these are our guidelines that I have set forth. Okay, especially for our members. I want to make sure that no one is over leveraged or anything of that nature. We want to make sure that everyone is trading with discipline. All right. And if you are interested in grabbing a membership, guys, remember Mondays are free for everyone. You can join the live stream and hang out with us the entire day. We don't hide any. I'm not hiding any plays. There's nothing being hidden. Everything is an open door. But Tuesday through Friday, guys, is for members only. Okay. And if you are interested in a membership, I want to make sure that you're paying the correct price as well. Please go to youtube.com. You can search Bear Tamer Trading and join the membership that way on a browser, guys, whether it's Safari, Chrome, Microsoft, Bing, whichever one that you use, guys, do it that way. Because if you try to do it through the YouTube app, unfortunately, the Apple and Google Play Store will tack on additional fees. I do not know why they do that, guys. I've been meaning to check into that, but there has been some confusion why the price is different from what I'm saying the price is, and that is why, guys, I have no control over it. So again, you see the link on the screen there. You can scan the QR code as well, but just make sure that you're operating through a browser on youtube.com directly in order to pay that $49.99 before tax. And finally, guys, again, I have changed the structure of the stream itself. Just as a reminder to everyone, guys, from 6 a.m. to 7:50 a.m., I will be on camera. We'll need to drop my daughters off for school, and then I will be back at 8:40 a.m. In between that time, guys, you will have the Squawk Alert AI system transcripts. So not only will you be able to listen along, you can read along as well. All right. And then I'll be back from 8:40 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. to get us prepared for the market, of course, and see if there's any other pre-market plays that we're running as well. 10:30 to 11:30, I will be off camera for a nice little lunch break or breakfast break. And then I will be back from 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. as we're heading into power hour. At that point, I will need to step away to go and pick up my children from school, but I will be back to close out at 3:30 to 6 p.m. Okay, to get us prepped for that after hours rush to see if there's any opportunities there as well. All right. So with all of that being said, guys, I thank you for your patience, your support, your trust. And with that being said, I wish you a very great night, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow on the live trading stream. Thank you.